Good morning, my loves. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are well. I have such an amazing thing to tell you guys. First and foremost, I want to let you guys know if you order skincare products, they will be shipped out today and tomorrow, okay? So remember when I told you guys a couple days ago, the video was called You Are Lazy. You know, I said in that video that most of the times we're not even lazy. We just do a lot, and sometimes we feel like when we're not doing enough, we really are doing enough. And I explained in that video that sometimes warfare can make us tired and make us not not be as ambitious to do stuff. But I also mentioned in the video that I've been working extremely hard outside of YouTube, like doing other stuff, and every time I do something, it's like something else has to be done. It's like never ending chores in the house because I have kids. It's like never ending chores, never ending the YouTube videos. On top of that, I have other things I got to edit. And then I have other things I do outside of digital stuff, photography. I do a bunch of stuff, and then I have to take care of my kids, clean the house, and then I gotta pack orders. Then I gotta make the skincare products to myself, and I pack orders and I ship them myself. I don't usually have FedEx pick it up unless like it's a large supply of orders, and I have FedEx pick it up. But I've been I was rough on myself for a bit. And God had to literally come in and tell me to calm down, to relax, to take a couple of days off. So I didn't even do coaching calls on Monday and Tuesday and today. I literally just had to have the week to work on other things. And God has been showing, this morning, God literally showed me something. And I want to share it with you. I know this is a personal message, but I want to share this with you. And I want you guys to really understand how beautiful having a relationship with Christ is, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, it's like no other. Like if you don't have a relationship with God and you really feel like, Jesus, whatever your belief is, I want you guys to know, and I'm not trying to change your belief. I want you to have your own encounter with God, because the best thing is to have your own proof, your own testimony. But I just want to let you know that, God is very supportive, and he's a very loving God, okay? Very supporting, very loving. And he is not rough on us at all, unless like we're really disobedient when it comes to something that can potentially harm us. And God really just wants to save our lives. Like, the only time I ever seen Christ really get frustrated with me is if like he tells me to do something that's really important, and it's something that he knows will affect me in the long run, and I take long to do it. Like, for example, if like I have a bill that came in, and he's like, you got to pay this bill. And it's not like I can't pay it. I can pay it. But then sometimes it'll slip my mind. And when it's time for me to pay it, my purse may be all the way in my room. And then I'm in my car, and I'm like, I'll do it later. And then sometimes every time I remember to do something, it's like, it's not the right moment. Like something is somewhere else. And it's like, oh my gosh, I remember when I had to cancel my credit card and reorder a new one, and it came and it was sitting in the mailbox, and he was like, pay your bill, and I didn't pay it. But what he was trying to do is he was trying to get me to do stuff on time so I don't end up getting late fees and all that crazy stuff. But he'll remind me, he got frustrated with me, and I saw him place my credit card on my table, but he like slammed it on my table like this, like because he was frustrated with me. So he kind of slammed it. When I saw he slammed it, I'm like, okay, let me go get my credit card and let me get this taken care of, And I did. I got it taken care of. But he gets frustrated when he has to tell us over and over again to do something. And it's like we have the same frustration for those who have kids when you have to tell your kids over and over again to do something and your kids don't listen. Like, that's the same concept, with Christ. That's when he'll really get frustrated with you. You see what I'm saying? But I just want to say that if you don't know Christ, I want you to know him on your own. But I just want you to know that everything that you have been missing in your life when it comes to just feeling whole, I can't explain, just feeling whole and feeling like your whole life is just complete. Like, I can't tell you guys the feeling I've been feeling for years, feeling like, feeling alone and feeling like I have nobody, and feeling like my heart was empty because I didn't have my mom or my dad, and I felt so alone. I just want you guys to know that, Christ filled that up. Like when I went into New Age, I still had Christ with me, but I still felt alone. You get what I'm saying? Before I went to New Age, I felt alone. when I was a little girl, I felt alone. I never felt this whole and completed in my entire life. And it's a feeling that I feel everyone deserves to feel. Do you see what I mean? That's why I'm talking about it, because I feel like everyone deserves to feel this feeling. And because he has taught me how to discern spirits, how to discern the difference between the devil's voice, his voice, the demonic voice, his voice, I'm just like hitting I'm hitting these obstacles like with a baseball bat or with a tennis racket, like I said before, and the devil's just throwing all these tennis balls at me, and I'm just hitting them with the tennis ball. Like, I can hear the devil when I call him out when I hear him. I'm just like, I know that's not Christ. What are you doing? Like, you know, and the Holy Spirit comes in and he gets happy. Like, he's so proud of me. The other day he was like, look at you discerning spirits now. And he started smiling. He was cheering me on. He's like, then he said, I'm so proud of you. For those who already have a relationship with Christ, I know we want to please Christ, you know, and I know that we want to be perfect in a sense for him. But I also want to mention that he does not expect us to be perfect. He does not expect you to be perfect. Like I said, Christ doesn't operate through bondage. Okay, when you are feeling you have to be perfect all the time, like I said before, that religious spirit, you tend to feel resentful. This is what actually keeps people away from the church, keeps people from wanting to know Christ, because of people that have this religious spirit that's, you know, pushing people to be perfect, and, you know, always condemning someone, always judging someone, always pointing fingers at someone. You know what I mean? And that's not how Christ operates. You see what I mean? And he doesn't expect to be perfect, but he does want you to love him. He does want you to give him your heart, and he does want you to be obedient, because he means nothing but the best for you. Okay, I want to share something quickly. This morning, remember I told you in the last video, I forgot what it's called. Oh yeah, the lazy video. I feel like I wasn't doing enough, even though I do something every day. Every day I'm doing something, but I always feel like I'm not doing enough. And this morning, Christ came through this morning, and it was like probably around 7 o'clock ish. I wasn't fully up yet. I was not fully asleep, but I wasn't fully up. And I'm like, God, are you here? I'm like, Holy Spirit, I love you so much. And he was like, I love you too. And then he showed me a vision of me in the gym. He showed me a vision of me doing a bunch of other stuff. And then he said, Stephanie, you're doing amazing. And I just had this big smile on my face, and I just wanted to tear up, because sometimes you don't feel like you're doing enough, but when he comes through and says you're doing amazing, he's happy. So I just want you guys to know that sometimes we are in our heads so much and we think we're not doing enough, we're actually doing more than enough. You know what I mean? And I want you guys to understand that God does understand that we have our down days. God does understand that we are still a human, and don't put that pressure on yourself to be perfect, and don't put that pressure on yourself feeling like you're disappointing God because you may have slipped up and did something, or you may have slipped up and swore today, or you get what I'm saying? Like, God sees your heart. God sees your heart. And I just encourage everyone listening to this to get close to Christ, get close to God. And if you don't have a relationship with God, get close to him. And if you do have relationship, just, you know, don't beat yourself up too much. I always reiterate with God and say, God, is there anything that you need me to do? Is there anything that you feel I can improve on? Every night, just ask God this, and he will let you know. Okay, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.